something about.
But there was a study about what?
About the dropout rate along all the southwestern states, particularly
really?
California, Arizona, New Mexico.
And this was for people who they didn't have ESL. That's
no ESL, they were all dropping out.
Because they were flunking them.
And so
that's horrible. So this was in the time when you were going to school, from the late 40s to the early 50s,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And you witnessed kids that didn't know English and would have to sit in the back.
Yes.
And how did you feel as a Mexican American?
Bad. I felt like they were being punished.
So why didn't you try to help them? Like you couldn't.
No, we would translate to them. But,
you would translate?
But the teacher wouldn't let you sit there and teach them.
Oh yeah, so you would translate? You knew enough?
Whenever I could tell them anything, yeah, I was bilingual.
Yeah.
I talked both languages.
That's sad. I thought you lost your Spanish. I thought you were the only one that they spoke Spanish to, and then they stopped after you. So I thought you lost your Spanish. So how were you able to?
By the time I was in high school, I did lose a lot of it, but not totally.
Oh.
Because I decided to get my Spanish back in college.
Wow.
So I minored in Spanish.
So, but how did you lose your Spanish in high school?
Just not practicing, not speaking.
Because nobody spoke to you?
Because I didn't get to practice it every day at home. Or
Grandpa didn't talk to you?
Dad and Mom spoke both English and Spanish.
Uh-huh.
And they spoke mostly English to us, Daddy, because he didn't want us to fail.
Yeah, I know why. But I'm saying, so how did you lose it? He wasn't talking to you enough in Spanish?
He talked mostly in English.
Oh, that's why you failed. Oh, okay.
Wow, I lost it.
Okay. But that's sad that I'm glad you regained it and studied in college. That's pretty good. Alhamdulillah for that. You know what that means, right?
Yeah.
Praise God. Okay. So I'm more interested in, so how long did it take for the people that before ESL started, how long did it take for them to realize they were dropping out, becoming delinquents?
Oh.
I'm just curious, how long did that take?
Well, they didn't create bilingual education laws until, I would say, not until the 80s, 1980s.
What? It took like 40 years? So why did it take 40 years?
Because the politics were not right.
But
politicians that didn't care.
So they had years and years of people dropping out? Because they could, so that's why there's a lot of people that came from Mexico maybe and they only have grade school education maybe because they had to drop out because nobody could help them?
Right, because they wouldn't teach them.
Oh my God. So that's why if you see like older people, it's through third grade. It's not because they're stupid, it's because they didn't have the system to take care of them, right?
Right.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
That's sad. I didn't know it took that long because I'm born in the 80s when bilingual education was already there. Like not bilingual, but ESL. But was bilingual education?
Education came into full force.
When?
Let me see. I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah. Good conversation. I like to have meaningful conversations that you can learn something. So let's learn about the world instead of being self-centered about what's on our phone, what we're gonna buy, what's the next thing's gonna make me happy. Let's look for meaningful conversations that learn about stuff to be a better person or learn about the world. She's gonna look it up. You're looking it up? So you're looking up when did bilingual education start? So see, I like this because I like to have conversations about the world, meaningful conversations, not just about a sport or look at how good, look how pretty she is. Not that I don't care about Olympics, but it's just like I like to do something more meaningful, like because I can't really relate to Olympics. I'm not an Olympic athlete. Like I can cheer for them and stuff, but I'm not against the Olympics. But I like to talk about the world, about situations that affect me or my population, so then I can learn about something in life, you know? Because I didn't know. This is news to my ears, and I feel kind of ignorant. I should have known about this. I didn't know that ESL wasn't at one point in this country. I didn't know that they didn't have ESL.
Wait 1 second. I was wrong. Bilingual Education Act, U.S. legislation, was written in 1968.
Oh, it was. I knew it had to be earlier.
Yeah.
But it was still some time because you were in school from 40 something.
Yeah.
So it was written after you finished your grade school and high school,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you were still right, but it wasn't in 1980. So you were still right that it wasn't there yet.
1968.
But it wasn't there yet when you were in school,
No.
right?
No.
So you were still correct, but it wasn't the right year.
Right.
Okay. So that's a long time. 1968 from the 40s, and even longer for Grandpa's time because he's from 1960.
And Grandpa he had to go to school speaking English. And
Yeah.
he did graduate all the way through high school.
Uh-huh.
He wasn't a dropout, but he learned English. All his brothers and sisters learned it. I don't know how they did it.
But wasn't he born here?
Yes, he
But that's why he learned it, because he was naturally born here. Mom, but why is that shocking? Because he was born here. Huh?
He lived in the barrio, and his mother only spoke Spanish.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me see.
There's the Bilingual Education Act
Of 1968.
providing grants to schools.
January 2nd. So Grandpa, during his time, even though he was born here, he knew Spanish. Spanish was his first language. And then how did he pick up English?
I think Uncle Poncho. Uncle Poncho didn't get to go to school. He had to go to work immediately to help support the family.
Uncle Poncho is Grandpa's
Biggest brother.
oldest brother.
And I think that he had to go to work, and he learned English on the job.
Okay.
And he would speak to his brothers and sisters.
Oh, that's how he taught from the older brother. Oh, Uncle Poncho. And that was the brother that got sick. I remember that he got sick when he was...
Parkinson's.
Yeah, he got sick. I didn't know he had Parkinson's like Nico.
He died from Parkinson's.
Oh, no. I don't like that disease.
I don't either.
I wish Nico didn't have it, but it is what it is.
Me too.
I wish they could find a cure for Parkinson's. I know it has to do with the brain cells and stuff.
So, anyhow,
Okay, so Uncle Poncho taught his brothers and sisters, which included Popo, which is Tony, my grandpa Tony. He taught him English. So it was for his older brother. Wow. That's amazing.
and probably whatever other ways they learned in the neighborhood.
Okay.
And then Daddy went to school. Uncle Poncho saw to it that all his brothers and sisters were sent to school, and only he went to work.
Wow. Uncle Poncho was like another dad?
He was like their daddy.
Wait a minute. Did they have their dad around?
Yes, but Don Miguel and Mama Eladia separated.
Oh, they did?
And so she had to raise the kids by herself.
Oh, Mama Eladia was a tough one. Villegas?
And she ran a boarding house.
I didn't know they separated. When did they separate? When did Grandpa's parents separate?
After the kids were born.
How many years?
I don't know for sure.
How come you never told me that? I never knew that.
Well,
I don't remember that Mama Eladia and Miguel separated. I think you might have told me that, but I forgot. Didn't she used to run a shop?
she ran a boarding house.
She ran a boarding house. Wow.
And she and the kids would cook and wash the guys' clothes. It was mostly men that lived in the boarding house, just like how you are.
Yeah, I know.
And
Don't say that on
well,
my.
I'm saying it's mostly guys.
Yeah.
But it was all guys at her boarding house.
Oh wow! Why only all guys?
Because the women didn't, it wasn't thought correct for women to live in a boarding house. In those times. Women had to stay, with their husbands or whatever, or their family.
Okay.
Because
And I live in I rent a room, not a boarding house. Okay.
Well, that's what these people did.
Okay.
Grandma Nadia would rent a room to each of these people.
Oh wow!
But the difference was that she would cook for all of them.
How big was her house?
I have no idea, but she must have had a pretty big house. Because she would cook and feed all of them and wash their clothes.
Wow!
And Grandpa and his brothers and sisters had to help her do all of that.
Wow! That's amazing. So that's why Grandpa knows how to make good hot sauce. I mean good salsa.
That's why he's not ashamed to cook and clean and do all the house.
Yeah, I remember Grandpa was pretty strong, and I remember him cleaning.
He would iron the clothes and wash the clothes and hang them out on the line to dry. He wasn't afraid to do housework.
There's Grandpa.
That was our grandpa.
That's Grandpa when he was older, and then I'm gonna get that picture when he was young. Okay. Wow, he was a hunk. Grandpa was a hunk of man, Mom, this man is the best looking Mexican I've ever seen.
That's what the deal said in Mexico.
That's what Theo said?
Tío Federico, he said, Antonio parece estrella de cine.
Yeah, estrella de cine, movie star. Yeah, I'm sorry, but he's the best looking Mexican I've ever seen.
That's right.
And I'm proud that he's my grandpa.
That's right.
He was really good looking. And we say guapo, which means smart and good looking. And then as he aged, he lost his hair. And I thought it was funny because he used to say, when I was little, he would say, Monica, can't you see my curls? And I'd be, Grandpa. I said, Grandpa, you're long gone from that time. Your hair is, I would tell him, you're long, you're bald, you need to accept your baldness, Grandpa. Because he would tell me, Monica, when he was bald, can't you see my curls? Can't you see my curls? Okay, Grandpa, you're bald, okay, accept it.
But Augie would say that Margarita was the prettiest lady that he had ever seen.
Really?
Yeah.
Margarita was the prettiest?
He said, my Aunt Margaret.
My Grandma Margaret.
He was so happy that she married his Uncle Tony because he thought she was the prettiest.
Wow,
lady.
she was gorgeous.
Yeah, she was.
She was guapa.
Muy guapa.
Yeah, she still had the same face as she aged. She never really got that old looking. And then the picture that y'all have of her was Marisa. Let me see. Let's see.
¿Qué anda haciendo en ese
What
partido?
happened to the picture?
¿Qué anda haciendo ahí?
Oh, that's me.
Y es así como yo comencé a trabajar con la ilusión de que en Aguilares todo el mundo me decía.
Where's the picture?
Pero no tenía conocimiento de la historia, de lo que habían hecho.
Where's the picture of I can't find. Oh, there we go. That's how she looked when she was older. So she never really looked that old, and she lived to 90. And then that's her with my dad's mother. That's my dad's mother, Salvadorian, and that's the Mexican. That's my mom. That's her mom. That's my dad. That's his mom. That's me, my mom, my dog who passed away in 2021. That's my sister. You see, my sister looks kind of like my grandma, but I don't really think so. Maybe a little bit. That's me. I look more like the Salvadorian side. My mom thinks Mexican, but anyways. Okay, Mom, so I'm bringing you the pictures. Mom, don't get distracted. Okay, I'm almost done of Okay, so I'm just comparing. Look. I'm just trying to prove my point. Well, you already know that she didn't age that bad. Okay, I just think it's interesting how she didn't look that old for her age.
She was 9.
No, but hold on. I mean, I know she was elderly, but she aged pretty good. Like, she didn't. Her face was very like. Of course, she had her neck like wrinkled, but she wasn't have sagging that bad. Not that much sagging. And she had. So that's her like at 90, right? 90 something.
93.
So she lived to 93. So, but this is her maybe at 91, 92. Okay, so this is her in maybe 19.
She was 19.
19 there, right? And then this picture. Sorry, Grandma. And how old was she here?
I think she was
24.
19. I think.
I think she was older than 19.
No, because she hadn't had me yet. when
Oh,
she took
I
me.
think she was still 19 there? But how come she looks, my curiosity is how come she looks a little bit different in this picture
Because it's color.
than this picture?
It's black and white.
No,
and
but
color.
no, but her cheeks look thicker here.
No, I think it's well. There, she'd already had me.
Oh, okay, so she's
And there,
before
this is
before she
before.
had you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, she kind of looks kind of like Marisa here a little bit. A little bit. See, this is Marisa. See, look, wait, hold on. But see, look a little bit. But I don't think she looks exactly like Marisa. I think Marisa looks more like Dad's family.
Yeah, I think so too.
But she's a little bit like Marisa there, right? Just a
little
tad bit.
bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Tad.
So I see what they say, but I don't think Marisa looks like Grandma. I think a little bit. I think Marisa looks more like Dad's family. Because Marisa has Dad's color.
Yeah.
And then there's us when we're little. So out of me and Marisa, who looks more like Grandma or Grandpa? From your opinion?
I think you look more like Grandpa.
Yeah, I know, but I was saying who looks like more. But Marisa looks more.
She has a tad of my mother and a lot of Daddy.
Okay, I think that's interesting how genetics. That's my other curiosity. I'm very interested in genetics. I'm gonna try to save to do a genetic testing of us. That's my next goal.
Oh, that'd be fun.
I'm gonna try to do a genetic testing package. I've already bought the thing, but it costs a certain amount. The package is just $24, but to get it analysis is a little more money. So I'm gonna try to save for that. But I'm very interested in checking our DNA.
Oh, that'd be
So
fun.
that's what my next goal is.
Good.
So I just like to analyze. I love to compare. Like, and this is Conchita. That's my dad's mother. So do I look a little bit like Concha? Cause I know I look like my grandpa, but I'm saying, what do you think?
No, you look a lot more Selena.
Okay, I'm more Selena's. Okay, but I have her legs. But I have her legs. I just think that's really interesting how the DNA from two different parents, you can get pieces and bits of both sides, and then it's a whole new person. I think DNA is amazing. I'm just amazed by the DNA because it's like, and then I have a lot of people that think that, the last thing I'm gonna say about family is I get kind of irritated when people think that me and Marisa aren't sisters, because I get mad because they think that, cause if you're sisters and you come from the same parents, I don't like people that think you have to look alike.
Oh.
That makes me kind of mad, cause it's like, that just shows ignorance. To me, I just think they're stupid, cause it's like, not every sister and brother look the same. And I just think,
Do I look like Uncle Johnny?
No.
Do I look like Yalicha?
No.
So you see.
You look like Uncle Freddie. You like,
Yes.
but he's the baby.
Right.
But I'm saying, but why do a lot of people have that fallacy that they think that if you're sister and brother or sister, whatever sibling, that you have to look alike? Why do you think they think like that?
Because they think you came from the same trunk. the
But
same
but
roots.
why do they? But is that
They're trying to look for similarity because you're supposedly related.
But I'm saying, but what kind of thinking is that? Is that too basic, or is that just general?
Kind of stereotype.
Is that stereotype? Because I just get, okay, so then that's
Oh,
true.
look,
I don't like
look.
stereotypes.
Look, let me show you something.
But that's me and this is one of my favorite pictures. See, that's me to the left. I look like Grandpa. I'm happy because Grandpa was my favorite.
Yeah.
And I was even bald as a baby. Right,
Oh,
Mom? Look, what, right, Mom? Mom, I was even bald as a baby. Wait, hold on.
Old people.
Okay, let me see. So that's
See,
my
who
mom.
looks
Oh,
like-
that's a sweater that was hanging in the garage.
Yeah.
That's when I came. Oh my God, I knew that. Wait a minute. I when I saw that sweater, I felt something good with that. I saw that sweater, and I didn't know that it was gonna be in the picture. Isn't that weird?
Look
No,
at
but hold
that
on, time out.
picture.
I saw your sweater hanging in the garage, and I felt some energy with the sweater. And look, and now you're showing
Which
me.
of us
but
looks
time out.
alike?
But I know, but now you're showing me a picture with you in that sweater. But isn't that weird? When I came and I opened the garage when I came last other night, I saw this sweater hanging in the garage. I know you don't think nothing of it, but I think it's interesting that you're showing me when we're talking about family and DNA. You show me a picture of you in that sweater.
But look which one of us look alike.
Okay, you and Uncle Freddie. Well, Uncle Michael's not there, so I can't see. And Tia Licha. So you're missing. You have 3, 4, 5. You're missing 2, right? You're
Which
missing.
of us
But you're
look-
missing Tia
which of
Licha
us look
and
most
Uncle Michael.
alike?
Well, none of y'all look alike, but you look closest to Uncle Freddie. Uncle Johnny looks like nobody, and Helen.
Like nobody.
Nobody. Well, she looks more like maybe Grandma Romo. I think she's more Romo.
Romo.
She's a Romo, right? She looks.
But she looks like grandma's grandma.
Yeah, she looks like Romo.
Crisantita.
She was it Crisantita? Is she a Romo? She looks more Romo.
Crisantita was grandma's grandmother.
Yeah, she looks like
And
Grandma's
my
son.
great-grandmother,
Yeah, she
and
looks.
your great
And Uncle Jimmy, he looks. Let me see. He doesn't look like Grandpa.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Grandpa has deeper eyes. Uncle Jimmy has more rounded eyes, and
That's from grandma.
but Uncle Jimmy does. I know everybody's nose is different, but he's slender like Grandpa. He's
Yeah, he
tall.
looks a lot
He's
like
tall
Grandpa.
like Grandpa.
He looks a lot like grandma.
No, I don't think so. Grandpa
yeah.
was único.
Yeah, but he's more Salinas. Jimmy's more Salinas.
No.
than Romo.
Okay, so yeah, Jim is
More
no.
Salinas.
To me, none of the sons look like Popo. No, they don't.
Freddie.
No.
Freddie has a lot
Freddie?
of daddy.
But Uncle Freddie has his mannerisms and his voice, but he doesn't look like him. I'm talking about looks.
Let me see.
No, I'm talking about looks.
Wait,
And
let
Uncle
me show
Johnny
you another.
has his own look. He looks different.
Uncle Johnny's
Ojalá
a
que está
Romo.
bien. No, but
Uncle Johnny's a Romo.
no, I think Uncle Michael looks more
Let me
like
show you.
Popo. I think Uncle Michael, Mom.
Yeah.
But Uncle Michael has his own look.
Yeah.
All of them have their own look.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard. I just like to analyze between the mother and father to see who looks like who. But
Yeah.
your brothers and sisters all look unique, Mom.
Yeah.
So, Uncle Jimmy doesn't vibe me, Grandpa. The one who,
Oh yeah. He
the
does.
no. The
I
one
see
who
a
vibes
lot.
me, Grandpa, is Uncle Freddie. No, Mom.
Yeah.
Uncle Freddie is the closest to Popo.
But next is Uncle Jimmy.
No. For me,
Yes, yes, yes,
no.
See,
No. Uncle Freddie only. Mom, Uncle Freddie. I'm talking about, Mom, listen. Mom. I'm talking about in kindness and acting like Popo.
Oh.
Uncle Freddie is the only one.
Oh.
And to me, that's untouchable because Uncle Freddie is the closest you get to Popo. Because he's kind, Mom, caring.
Jimmy's very kind.
No, Mom, no start because ya tú sabes, Mom.
Okay.
Mom, ya tú sabes cómo me porté conmigo. Mom,
Okay.
don't start.
But
No.
he's kind.
Uncle Freddie is the closest to Popo.
Okay.
Uncle Jimmy might have the height of Popo, Mom.
Okay.
But that's maybe the height, maybe some mannerisms.
Okay.
But in my book, Uncle Freddie sounds like Popo, kind and simple like Popo.
Okay.
So to me, Uncle Freddie is a walking Popo.
Okay. All right. Alright, can I go watch
Okay.
my skate?
Okay, we had a good conversation, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Allahu Akbar. God is the greatest, right, Mom?
Yes, he is.
Allahu Akbar.